Our journey today is into the heart to transmute fear into love. Always great opportunity to play with love, with the frequency of love. So let's get started. Maybe a few more will show up, but I'll start by just a little bit of talking, and then we'll get into action, because it's really about the experience, not so much about the talking. And hi to everyone that is saying hi. I appreciate you. So fear is, I like to think of fear in many ways as the opposite of love. There's so many systems of emotions that we can pretty much make it about everything or anything, but for me, working with fear is working with the absence of love, and bringing love into the fear is what changes things. And another way to see it is, in the presence of love, fear is having a harder time to be as strong as it is. Something in general about feelings, they are physical. Sometimes we wonder what's the chicken, what's the egg? Is it the thoughts that are giving rise to feelings? Is it a feeling that give rise to thoughts? It is a chicken and egg, but you can think of feelings as representing many, many thoughts. And so you have a feeling, you become aware of it, or it sometimes goes straight into your unconscious, where you're not even aware that it happened because it's too much to deal with. But the thoughts starts to fly, and you can have thousands of thoughts for one feeling, and they just keep looping, they keep creating one another, they evolve into new thoughts. And the nice thing about letting feelings transform or go is that all the thoughts either disappear or become no charge, neutral. And that's worth it, because what happens with feelings in general, if we don't work with them in a way that is beneficial, we suppress, so we push them in, and then they're just creating pressure from the inside. They're not gone, they're just creating stress, they're creating all sorts of pressure that can be physical, can be spiritual, can be emotional. We all experience that. And they encourage, if they go straight into the unconscious and we're not even aware of them, then it's even hard to know why it's there. But we know it's there because we see the symptoms, and we're aware that we either engage in denial, we're engaging in projection onto somebody else because we don't want to deal with it. But there is this feeling, there's this knowing of there is pressure there that is building and building, and it has nowhere to go. And finally, when it erupts, it might not have good consequences. And another mechanism of feelings is expression. When we express feelings, but we express it in a way that makes it about somebody else. And so we're telling them exactly how we feel about them, and then we make it their problem. So we're sort of propagating the problem. We're offload, but we make it somebody else's problem. And another way to deal is with escapism. You go into other activities or addictions that take you away. Workaholism, alcoholism, and any habit that is probably unexplainably strong in us might be an escaping a feeling that we don't want to feel. And again, when we escape, it's not gone, and it's still creating chaos in our life in a quiet or not quiet way. And so the way to work with a feeling is to release it. And to release a feeling, I like the way David Hawkins is describing it. I'm sure he's not the only one, but he calls it letting it go or surrender. And so you surrender to the feeling, you feel the feeling, you acknowledge the feeling, you don't try to change the feeling, you don't try to escape the feeling, you're not arguing with the feeling, but instead you're feeling the feeling, and you're feeling it without the thoughts, because there are all kinds of stories attached to feelings, but you don't have to go into the thoughts when you're working on a feeling. Instead, you are just feeling the feeling. Feelings are, many times they're physical. Most of the time they have a physical component to them, and so you can literally feel the feeling. And you might feel it not physically, you might feel it as something else, but if you feel it and then consciously you're letting it go, you are starting a process of releasing it. And there might be resistance, there might be, oh, but I'm doing it and it's not working. And if you're doing it and you're not, and you're saying to yourself, but it's not working, or I tried it before and it's not gonna work, this is a form of resistance that you can also release. And so all there is to releasing is to acknowledge it, that it's there, and just let it go. And so that's what we're going to do today. But we're going to use the alchemical flame to see how that helps us transform feelings in the heart. The heart is holding on to all sorts of wounded feelings, emotions, beliefs, and it's a good place to go in to generate the love and recognize the love that will release the feelings that are no longer needed, as well as use the feelings to generate more love. You can think of it as light and dark. You know, the darkness is going to be there, but if you turn on the light, which is like love and fear, you turn on love, then the fear is gone, and the fear is becoming love, the darkness is becoming light.